click, and click. Okay, so which one are we on here? That camera there. Right, okay, so this video is a bit more reading from Jottings. People seem to think that I rehearse these, but I do literally just pick up a book, grab a page and start reading. I know you cared. So from my book Jottings, which is a book of Jottings, and also entitled Jottings. So I've just done some of the Emily Jade diaries, if you were doing these in chronological or numerical order, rather. So I can get silly now. Right, Socrates' first day at school. Teacher, good morning class. I hope you all enjoyed your summer CDLXI holidays. Yes, teacher. That's good. Socrates. But is it? Or is it really just less bad than terrible? Or is it worse than very good? And if so, is very good representative of good? What would the measurement of good be, for instance? Finding a shekel in the street when you have no money? Or finding a street when you are lost but then losing your last shekel in it? And how would one standardise that goodness so that all areas come to use it as a commonality? A goodometer, perhaps? A good stick with the measurements in incremental steps of goodity, from not very good at all, really, I've lost my place, up until ecstatic. And is not the very term good open to misinterpretation and deceitful use? For instance, when a son overhears his father on a Saturday night saying in the next room, "Oh yeah, honey, that's good, that's good." Is it good? Or is the man just saying it so the wife keeps doing it and eventually stumbles across how he actually wants her to do it? According to the mathematician Nicomedes, apparently it involves a simultaneous... this damn disease. Gosh, that takes a smile off your face, doesn't it? According to the mathematician Nicomedes, apparently it involves the simultaneous insertion of a finger. At which point the act becomes fantastic and I can get to sleep at last. I really screwed that up, I'm sorry, I don't have time left on this planet to re-record it. Just buy the book and read it yourself, if you feel so inclined. Right, teacher, and you are? I'm Socrates. Classmate, no, I'm Socrates. No, I'm Socrates. I am Socrates. Or was it Sagittarius? One of the two. I should be doing the voices with this, should I? Teacher, well, I know all you lot, and none of you were called Socrates last year, so I will dismiss your claims and give you detention for being so bloody cheeky. And by detention, I mean shortlist to the front row when the Romans come a-calling. So, scrotums, that's Socrates. You say potato? So you're new in the class. Chronologically, yes, sir. If newness can be equated with modern pre-Cartesian conceptions of knowledge and of rational intellectualism, then yes again. Okay, well, I am Mr. Johnson, the teacher. And what is your pedagogy to present-day instructional strategies that promote learning through discussion and rationalisation? I have a cane. I will give you Aristotle's papyrus number. So, where have you come from, Socrates? I come from a higher plane, where time is a river that has no source nor end, where mortals are mere brooks that empty into it, and where reality is an arguable dualism. Downtown Alapechi, it says on your record slip. Well, yes, there as well. I see here you had some troubles at your last school. Really? Well, according to this, Socrates argued paradoxes such as the view that there is no weakness of will, i.e. that no one knowingly does or knowingly seeks to do what is morally wrong, so much his teacher jumped off a cliff. Not much cop at sport, woodwork so-so. I resent the inferences in that. What, that you drove your teacher to kill himself? No, my woodwork is only so-so. My needlework, maybe. And yet no comment about what happened to your teacher? There is no proof he intended to kill himself over my argument. He may have fell off that cliff whilst out for a stroll. He had a poisonous asp in his hand, pet, and a black widow spider in the other, keen arachnophilic, and a rope around his neck. You never know when you need to climb back up a 300-foot cliff you've just fallen off or taking your asp out for a slither. And a wax tablet in his robe saying, I've had it up to here with that know-it-all twonk Socrates making me look like a book in front of the whole class. Probably a fundamental thesis on what I like to call Socratic dialogue, or as we say in these times, this is going to mean nothing to you, but it's written there in ancient Greek. Not that that is easy to say. I must invent something called English when I have a moment to spare. Socratic dialogue? Yes, it is a genre of literary prose I've developed since the old one wasn't good enough for me. It is a discussion of moral and philosophical problems between two or more characters in a dialogue, which are either dramatic or narrative, and I am often the main participant. There's a surprise. And so you are saying that Mr. Acerblades was not throwing himself to his doom, laden with sail face of two extremely venomous creatures and a noose where his bow tie should have been, but was in fact working on a dialogue with you. Yes, I'm glad you've come round to my way of thinking. I'm sure that Mr. Acerblades would have also done so, had it not been for his unfortunate mishap, or misstep. Well, I am sorry, but I take the opposite view. Goody. Goody? Yes, we can have a debate about it. No, we bloody well can't, Socrates. I have already had a debate about it, and I won. That is not very democratic. Neither is driving a good man to hurl himself off a cliff, landing, I might add, upon a passing shepherd who will never walk the same again. Why not? They killed him. I'm willing to meet you halfway on this. How so, Socrates? Let's have half a debate. And how would that work exactly? I'm going to get neck-ache trying to do all these different things here. Well, I put my side of the argument across, and you don't reply. I think not. You do know Mr. Acerblades left a wife and 11 children behind. Good. Good? Well, yes, I'd hate to think that he took them with him when he went to jump off a cliff, allegedly. That would be most unseemly, especially if they all went on the same trajectory and landed in the same place. That poor shepherd's arse would have come out in Australia, whatever that is. Look, we've wasted most of the morning here. We have to get on. Okay, class, everybody take out your wet clay tablets and your scribes and... Yes, Alexandros? Sorry, sir, the dog ate mine. And I'd done all my homework on it as well. Really good it was too. Just be patient. Let nature take its course. You can bring it back in tomorrow. Okay, but my homework might be a load of crap by then. Well, no change there then. Right then, first less. Yes, a gaper. Sorry, sir, I haven't got my homework either. I sat on my tablet. So, why haven't you got your tablet? They call her a gaper for a reason, sir. Yeah, I'm not going there. Agamemnon, you'll be the first not to. Thank you, Agamemnon, I'll have none of that. Agamemnon, you'll be the first. Agamemnon, you need to imagine Agamemnon's voice in that Frankie Howard kind of voice. Where do we get to? Thank you, Agamemnon. These are outrageous comments, and I can assure you there's no way you will be able to write them 2,660 years from now. Wink, wink from the author. Luckily for you and your contemptible misogynist, hee-ho, 'tis off to work we go. I woke up this morning, I was so effing grumpy. Well, bashful, that's a lie. Snow White's first day on the job. I don't suppose when you were called Nobby by any chance. Anyone here like 7-Up? Me, said Snow White. I'm sorry, I'm going to my stand-up act here. Right, where we get to here? I don't know. I'll tell you what, let's come back and do this on a second video clip, eh? Okay for now. Here's the bit where you get to look at my face in the close-up while I can't find the remote controls for any of these cameras. I always like to finish these videos with inane trivia. Thanks for your patience.